This news update is brought to you by...
They ask us how we do it, how we outrun the world. They ask us, how does it feel to fly? How do we dive headfirst into the deep? And emerge victorious. They ask us if we're afraid, if we're nervous, or if we ever feel lonely, so far away from home. But the truth is, home is always right here with us. Get ready to witness the magic of the Olympic Games like never before.
This is your Barbados Today evening update for Friday, August the 5th. So glad you can join us. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Topping the news, the Barbados Water Authority has called on the Future Center Trust to withdraw what it calls alarmist and irresponsible comments regarding the possible link between current premature deaths and the quality of the island's drinking water. In an interview with Barbados Today yesterday, Advocacy Director of the Trust, Cammy Holder, questioned the official position of health authorities that the deaths were associated with non-communicable diseases and Barbadian lifestyles. Holder also said there are many soluble chemicals that are probably in the water which may not be tested. But this afternoon, the BWA's General Manager John Mwanza hit back, telling Barbadians that Holder's comments were not based on fact and served no purpose but to cause alarm.
The widescreen samples that we have done and the monthly monitoring programs that we have done, which includes testing for the hydrocarbons, has indicated that there are no threats to our water supply. So the statement that has been made is an irresponsible statement which our trust, the Future Center Trust, will be able to withdraw because it is not based on fact, it is alarmist and serves no purpose.
And Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Anton Best also assured the country that there is no cause for alarm, there is no public threat, and that the deaths are not linked to water. A giant of a man, that's how family, friends, and distinguished guests gathered at the James Street Methodist Church to remember the late Sir Frederick Smith at his official funeral this morning. In a touching church service filled with tributes and his favorite hymns and scriptures, his daughter told the story of a man who never forgot his humble beginnings, despite being one of Barbados' leading judicial luminaries.
My dad was my mentor. My dad was my hero. My dad loved his country, he loved his God, and he loved his family. He was very honored and he was humbled to have served Barbados and the people of Barbados. I mean, we often used to tease him and we would say, Dad, you know, for your service to your country, if you're lucky, you might get a bus stop named after you. And so you can imagine the joy and how proud he was that he got a school named after him.
President of the Caribbean Court of Justice, Sir Dennis Byron, said Sir Frederick will be sorely missed.
I've known him for a very long time. From my early days as a lawyer, I met him in those early days. And he has been somebody who I've admired for most of my career. So you can actually come to the yes. Second, I have to be my respect to him, both as a human being and as a great lawyer and community figure in the region.
In other news now, 29-year-old Wayne Clark of Tots St. George was rushed to hospital this afternoon after a serious accident at Groves Corner in St. George. Clark suffered serious injury to both of his legs, and officers from the Barbados Fire Service had to use the jaws of life to remove him from the vehicle. At news time, it was not clear whether the other driver involved in the accident had sustained any injuries. Barbados has so far been spared any major fallout from the UK's decision to exit the European Union, but officials are leaving nothing to chance. Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., William Billy Griffith, says while officials here are not expecting any negative impact, they will continue to meet with industry players in the UK to examine the issue and put proactive measures in place.
A team led by our Minister of Tourism and International Transport, the Honourable Richard Seeley, along with our Chairman, Alvin Jemmett, and our BHTA Chairman, will be meeting very shortly with the leadership of British Airways, Virgin Airways, and the top 10 operators in London to examine the issue. And these meetings commence middle of next week. We will also be seeking to discuss new strategies towards preserving our market share so that we are strengthening our position to fiercely defend airlift in this legacy market.
One of Barbados' largest farms, Kendall Dairy, has copped the Pine Hill Dairy's Best Overall Milk Quality Award for the second quarter. Officials from the dairy, which boasts close to 400 cows, admit that business is not booming at the farm these days, but Chief Executive Officer Stephen Williams, who has been with the company since 1979, tells Barbados Today he is happy with the top prize.
I feel excellent. I feel very good about it. Long overdue, but I feel pretty good about it. Our milk has always been top quality, and we strive, we go to our way to try to make the milk as clean and as good as possible. You know, we do everything humanly possible to make it right.
In sports now, Darren Sammy has been sacked as West Indies 2020 captain 4 months after leading the region to an unprecedented second T20 World Cup triumph. In a video posted on his Facebook page today, the 32-year-old said he had received a call from new chairman of selectors Courtney Brown, informing him he would no longer lead the squad or be a member. Sammy said Brown told him his performances did not merit selection to the squad. The St. Lucian cricketer, however, stressed that his career is not over, and he wished the new captain all the best.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Get your paper. Only 225, 220. Who? For what? That's the Bear Stare News. I don't read about that from Barbados Today since last night. That can't only can't do. 220. Who?
Barbados Today. News you can trust.
To the region now, health authorities in Trinidad and Tobago are keeping a close eye on 2 babies born to mothers suffering with the mosquito-borne Zika virus. Speaking at a news conference today, Medical Chief of Staff Dr. Karen Sohan said the babies have not shown any complications and brain scans have been normal so far. She, however, disclosed that 3 other pregnant women with Zika had miscarried, but could not say whether or not this was related to Zika. Health authorities fear that pregnant mothers could give birth to babies suffering from microcephaly, a birth defect where a baby's head is smaller than expected when compared to babies of the same sex and age. Trinidad and Tobago has so far recorded 215 cases of Zika, 5 chikungunya cases, and 25 dengue cases this year. On the international scene now, thousands of Brazilians launched angry protests mere hours before this evening's opening ceremony of the Olympic Games to vent their frustration at political scandals rattling the country and the billions spent on the event. Waving signs reading "No to the Olympics," a crowd about 3,000 blocked an avenue outside the luxury Copacabana Palace Hotel where many Olympic athletes are staying. That's news and the sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, our screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic weekend.